Joy Fitness with me, Jo, and today's band class. So if you've got resistant bands, go and grab them, and I'll just talk you through. If you've got the smaller pre-sized Pilates type bands, then that's absolutely fine. I'll show you how to use those. If you've got adjustable, tieable resistance bands, then that's fine. If you've got more than one, bring those as well, and then you can have one that's ready tied and one that's not, so you can use between the two. If you haven't got bands, don't worry, you can still do the class, or if you've got hand weights, you can use hand weights. And again, I'll try and remember to explain that as we go through. As always, if you do enjoy it, please like, share, subscribe, and then hit that bell. Let me know you've been watching, and of course, all the information on how to get in touch personally is in the boxes below, so swing by, say hi. If we've got nothing else to go through, oh, let me tell you, 1 minute of work, 15 seconds of rest. So just so you know what you've got, 20 different exercises, working a whole body workout. So please enjoy it, have fun, and I will see you at the end. Take care, well done, let's go. Let's just pop the bands down, and we'll just start up just a quick sort of mobilizer. So just a marching position, swing the arms. And just taking the feet wide, just take a side step, roll the shoulder. I am dressed for summer and it really is cold. So I think just keep doing that. Superb, so just roll the shoulders, excuse me for that. And then push across the body. I can keep my big woolly on, but it's not really a woolly for training in, although it's ready for the wash, so it doesn't matter if it gets a bit sweaty. Take the arm up and over and curl the heel to the bottom if you can. Nice work. All right, side step, step touch. Swing those arms forwards and backwards. And then lift the knees, push the arms as if you're pushing something away. Push it out. Okay, right. We're going to begin with the band around the knees. We're going to begin with squats because big muscle groups going to help us warm up more. So if you've got Pilates band and you don't need to tie, if you've got this one, remember you're going to take it around the legs, don't pull it, just tie it without tension. Sometimes we do it under tension, sometimes we don't. We're not doing that one with tension. It goes above the knee joint, like you're putting on a pair of trousers, above the knee joint, but at the bottom of the thigh. And then take your legs so that there is tension in the band. So put the band under tension and feet are facing forward and sit down and up. Okay, and I'm just going to start my timer. All right, so that I know that we're only doing a minute at a time. Superb. Superb. So squats. So I've set us up with kind of ski squats. If you want to go more sumo, then you've got to turn the feet out, take the feet wider and push against. So it's really personal choice, whichever ones you prefer. Or, as I'm doing today, the ones you least prefer, because I always love a sumo. So I'm having a go at doing ones that are not my favourite, but just to mix things up a bit, because I always do sumo squats. And then just down and up. I've got a little bicep curl going on here, which if you've got hand weights, you can put hand weights in your hands and add that in, but you will be training biceps later. So you can pre-exhaust them, you can leave them out of it, you can do squats with your hands on your hips. All right, that minute's up. Brilliant. Okay, let us just take a bit of time. We're going to do a wide step and you're going to slide side to side, okay? So nice and wide, which is why I kind of set up, and you're going to push side to side, slowly pushing against the resistance of the band, side to side. So we're warming up into the hips, into the glutes. Body stays upright. Lovely. can do with the band. I've left all of that till the end, and we'll do our ab section on its own. Okay, so last few seconds like this. And just bringing them in. You should be able to work with the band like this. We're going to do side stepping sumo. So you're going to be stepping it out and in, okay? So I'm going to do 30 seconds stepping what is your left leg and in, and then we'll do 30 seconds stepping your right. You could do alternating here, but the idea is we get a bit of overload going in. But if it is too much for you, stand in the middle of your mat and you can step right and then step left and then step right again. Okay, last couple of these. And then changing sides. So working the other leg. We're going to be doing an alternate one next time. So this is why I kind of put the repeaters in for this one, just again to mix it up, just so it's not same. All right, last one. Lovely. Drop that band down above your ankles. If you're a bit hairy, this is where you feel it. Put the band under tension. You're going to be lifting the leg. So if you need to hold on, push against the resistance of the band, but keep the band under tension all the time. So we're not bringing it right in so the band relaxes. Push. Feel it down the side of the leg. Now, I did say we were going to do alternate, so I'm just going to do 10 seconds on this side where I was showing you. Okay, and then it's alternate. Push, step, push, step, push, step, push, and down. Okay, so your weight is going from leg to leg. The push is going from side to side. Good. Last few seconds. Nice. Okay, we're coming down to the floor. You can, that band kind of went down. If you've got the Pilates band, you're going to put it around your feet. If you've got a release band, you're going around the feet. You're going to do a row. So you're pulling and pushing, okay? Squeeze the upper middle back, okay? I have used arm bands for this one, which is legs, so I'm just going to double up so it's a bit more resistance. That's it. Sit up tall. I've got my legs bent so I can reach the band. You can have the legs straight, but you need to make sure you're really working into that middle upper back. Good work. Last few seconds. We're going into a chest press. For the Pilates band, you're going to have to do 30 seconds each side. For regular bands, the long bands, you can do both together. Okay, so if I just show you we're doing a chest press, so you need to hold on with one hand and you're going to push and release. So if you've got Pilates bands, you're doing that. If you're with me with the long bands, round behind you, push and release. Push and release, okay? Push and release. So, pushing up and down. If you want some ab work, feet are off the floor, legs are in tabletop. Just holding that isometric lift. So, change sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you're using the Pilates band, you've got to switch to the other arm. If not, keep going. Obviously, if you're using hand weights, they're just in your hands, just doing all of these exercises. There's been nothing to really mention about hand weights. You can, obviously, when we were doing the legs, you could load them on the legs, but last 10 seconds. All right, well done, come on up. We're gonna do a deadlift. So again, you can Pilates band people, you go around the feet with the band and you're gonna have the band under tension and then you're gonna lift up as much as you can. You might not come up to straight. Those with straight band, you're gonna come all the way up and then over, turn side on. So bum out, deadlift, no row, just a deadlift. So just think about the backs of the legs, squeeze the bottom. Obviously, Pilates band will probably not let you stand up all the way, depending on how tall you are compared to the size of the band. It probably would let me, because I'm quite short. And you can always just put one foot in it to give you more band. So you could do it and then that would make the circle a bit longer. So deadlift. So up and down, straight back, bum pushing away, push through the legs. Squeeze the bottom, last few seconds. All right, let that go. Everybody on to the small pre-tied band, Pilates band. We're doing a tricep overhead. So hold the band, hand inside over the top. This one here, push away, push away. So you've got your hand in the band, your thumb tucked in the top, make your elbow high and then push, push. Keep the band under tension. If you want to, you can shorten the band, you can twist it, you can do it. And you can hold the band. You don't need to have your hand in it, just be careful it doesn't ping away. So you don't have to use, if the full circle is too much and you're not getting enough tension in that tricep, then hold further down and give yourself some resistance to press against. You can do these seated. So if you need a seated workout, if you need a rest, you can do them standing. Last few seconds. We are going to be getting down onto the floor. We're going to do shoulder bridge, so band around the legs. And down, above the knees, on the thighs again. We'll do the other tricep in a moment. I did say with asymmetrical stuff, we'll try and put a symmetrical in. Okay, up the top and pulse against it. Just keep pulsing. If you can hold it for the whole 60, brilliant. If you need to come down or reset, then do that. Excuse me. Keep pushing against the band. Keep pushing. So squeeze the glutes, on through the abs, push against the band. You're over halfway, so if you are thinking you can't do it and you're thinking of quitting, you've got so few seconds left to go. Try and drive through that. Push yourself on. Alrighty, well done. Come on up. You can come to sitting. You don't have to come all the way up if there's not time. That 15 seconds is quite short. I reckon we've got time to get up, but if you're stuck in your band, other hand. Again, hook your thumb in. Hand over or hold and then push against the resistance of the band. So you're trying to have your palm forwards and push it up to tricep overheads. This is my good arm. Why does it feel, maybe I'm asking too much of it, feels really tough this side. Wow. Lovely. Keep going. Over halfway again. Hold the abs in. Draw the navel to spine. Make sure you are standing without hyperextending your spine, so we're not leaning back. Keep everything on. All right, you can let that go. We've got lunges. There's a lot of asymmetrical stuff now. So band once more above the knees. Putting it on. Always put that knot somewhere in free space. Take one leg out. I'm going right leg and it's down and up with the band under tension. So again, we've got 2 minutes of this because we're going to do right and then we'll do left. So really aim to get that back knee towards the ground. You should be looking for right angles. So right angle at the front knee, right angle at the back knee. Lunges are really my nemesis. I struggle with these. Back heel is off, so you step back far enough that you don't put your back heel down. So if you're this close, you can't really lunge. You've got to go back long. Nice. And then push against the resistance of the band. Wobbling there. Last 10 seconds. Alrighty. Come on down, leave the band around your knees. Come on down. I want you to use the left leg. So if you use the right one, use the left one. Feet back, you're going to do a clam like you would in a Pilates class. But you're using the back leg. So I had my left one back. So if you had the right one back, use the right. But you're working now the leg that you weren't working in the lunge, if that makes sense. So feet are together. My top foot is articulating against my bottom foot. I'm rolling my knee up, but I'm not pushing my hip back. So don't get any sway going on. Lock on through the core. And lift up that knee, open and close. So you're working into glutes here. Excuse me, I don't know what's happened to my voice today. Maybe it's because I've not taught for a very long while now, over a week. So, last few seconds and then we're up for lunges on side 2. Well done, come on up. So I'm going to come up this way, so leg setup is towards camera. So, ooh, wobbling. Left leg forward, right leg back. And again, static lunge. Make sure that back leg is far enough away that you cannot put the heel down. Remember, if you've got dodgy knees, just go really low, or do a squat where you're sharing the weight between the knees. Working the same types of muscles, glutes, quads, hammies. Last 10 seconds. Whenever I look at the timer, I lose my balance. Excuse me. Okay. So coming down, you're going to have that back leg on top. We're going to do that clam. Whew. So, set yourself up. Get ready. Check your feet are in line with your bottom. And then you're rolling through the hip joint to lift that knee. So outward rotation of the hip. So obviously if you're using hand weights for this, you could have a weight in your hand, place it on your knee, or you can just do them under body weight resistance, working against the band, just making it that little bit tougher. Last 10 seconds, please. And then we're going to do biceps. We're also going to do biceps right and left. Okay, come on up. So, if you've got a Pilates type band, you can put it under one foot. If you've got the long bands, you can make it to your length, okay? So you'll be under tension, band in one hand, and you're looking to bicep curl. This is my, so with this band, I can make it much longer. So if you've got the Pilates type band, you're gonna have to bend over and you do your bicep curl here. Okay, I'm still curling my arm up and down. I've just got much less range of motion. And obviously with my dodgy elbow, I can make this one a lot more accessible. And maybe on the other side, hit it a bit harder. I've glued my elbow into the side and I'm bringing my hand up in front. Because when we swing the arm backwards and forwards like that, we're going to be working into, what? Chest, back, shoulders, tries, and we just want the biceps. Good. Now we're going to keep it in this arm, but we're going to do a lat raise. Obviously, Pilates band, you can do this kneeling now. So you're going to pull it up to the side, and you can also hold the band in your hand and do it here. So it's up to you how you do it. With long bands, it's a bit easier. Oops, she says, I should do opposite, because you've got a little bit more length to play with. So arm is straight, and you're flying as if you're flapping a wing. Lift up and down, working into the delts. And you can go slower, quicker. If you've not got enough weight in your resistance band, you can use a hand weight as well. Even if you've got hand weights and a resistance band, I wouldn't say switch it out, because the great thing about the band is you're resisting all the way down because the band wants to pull you. So it does work you slightly differently than just hand weights. So you can always add them in, but don't swap them out unless you absolutely cannot do bands. All right, biceps and then lat raises on side 2. So setting up for bis. So with that one, again, you can do that one Pilates band, people. You can do that one kneeling. If it gets you closer to the ground, show you, turn around, curl, curl. Okay, because that band is quite small and short. If you're doing with me, standing band under tension a little bit and then curl up. Really glue those elbows into your waist. It's really important that the elbow is not flapping, not out to the side, not forwards and backwards. It's like as if you've like sewed my cardigan up to the sleeve of my cardigan to the side of my cardi, and then my arm is in place. If you struggle with this, tie yourself up. If you've got an extra band, tie it around you, and then make sure that you're not moving. And then you can really isolate into biceps, because we've got limited weight ranges. It's not like being in the gym when you've got a big weight stack and you can go and switch out your 5s for 7.5s. Well done, going into lat raises. You know, making sure you're on point with your precision of movement is really important. So a lat raise, straight arm, up and down. Don't really need to go higher than the shoulder. And if you're worried, if your back is aching a bit, sit low through your knees. When you're sitting low through your knees, it's a bit harder to sway. If you're standing upright, you can sway much better. If you've got a nice soft knee, you kind of keep your abs on and your back where it should be. Well done. Keep going. Lovely. Nearly there. Okay. Lovely. So we're going to take the band around our wrists. So the pre-tied one, we're doing push-ups. So again, band under tension, have it against tension. Come out to push up and then down and up. Okay? Down and up. So doing a box press up. Feel like my elbow is getting better. Make sure it is around the wrists. Just definitely know that it's not at full capacity quite yet. So staying on my knees, but feel free to roll yourself forwards into a 3/4, or you can come up onto your toes into a full press. Last few seconds. These minutes go really quick. Okay, so release that off. We're going to do a bent over. No, we won't do that one. We will do donkey kicks first. So take it around the foot because this is asymmetrical. Okay, hold it. So this is the Pilates band. You can do this with a long band. You're going to push back. You need to hold the band in the opposite hand and you push against it and in. Okay, so it's push and pull. Push and pull. I'm going to stay with this one. If you want to use the long band, you just wrap it around the foot, hold it in the opposite hand, or you can, with the long one, you can wrap it around the foot and you can put the band under your hand and you can keep both hands on the floor. So it's a little bit less balancing than this one, because this one you're on one knee, one hand, it's a bit of balancing. But push against, squeeze the butt, push against, squeeze the butt. I'll show the other version with the long band on side 2. Obviously if you're doing with weights, you're not using weights on this one. Just maybe go a bit quicker, get a load more reps in. Well done. Super. So, taking the band coming up, you're going to bend over, you're going to take the band and you're going to take, squeezing the upper back. Squeeze, release. So obviously if you've got the Pilates band again, round your wrists, open, close. Open, close. Okay, so I'm getting warm now, finally. Open, close. Open, close. Now I did say there was 20 exercises. What I have done is I've split some of them out into sides. Rather than doing 30 seconds, I've given you a minute each. So we are running over, but still well within our 40-minute exercise time, so don't panic. And what I've also done is split the abs out. So you will get to do those soon. Good, last few seconds. Really squeeze the upper back, use the chest and the shoulders. Lovely. Donkey kick. So what did I mean with using the long one if you got confused? Put it around your foot, bring it down onto the ground, hold it there and push. So you've got both hands on the ground. Okay? I'm just going to move myself away, kick to the wall. Carry on yourself. Make sure the band is even. And push, pull. I'm struggling with this one more because it's my dodgy elbow. Push, pull, that's it. Push, pull, push, pull. I actually find this one a bit easier with the Pilates band because you've got something to actually hold on to, whereas this one I'm scared the whole time of the ends popping out of my hand. So give it a try, even though you've got the long band, maybe give it a try with the one that's pre-tied. Just a little bit of info about the bands. So I've been using my lowest resistance bands. They have different resistances depending on different colours. Okay, we're going to come over, we're going to do some abs. So I'm going to put the band tied around my feet. I'm going to come down into tabletop. I'm going to curl up through and I'm going to push and push, push. So the band is under tension, so I don't ever let the band slacken. So I've taken my feet wide enough apart that the band is under tension, and then I'm doing these pedals. So yeah, so look at your resistances of your bands. So different colours, different tension. So mine, I believe, go yellow, red, blue. So yellow is the least, red is in the middle, and then blue is the tougher one. So if I was doing this class not with you guys, I would mix it up. So I would probably use yellow on upper body and red or blue on lower body. But because of the amount of time, so I don't usually do like a minute, I would usually do like 20 reps. Let that go, just release off. We're going to do a sit. So if you take hold of the band between the legs, you should, oh, she says, you should be able to sit all the way up. I'm going to take my long band, I think it's going to need it for me. So you lay down and then sitting up. Oh, I can't do it today, that's too much food yesterday. Oh, breathe in, breathe out, there we go. Got it going on now. So we're sitting up and down. If you can't do a full sit up, then you can just do crunches, but using the band, it's going to help you come up and down. It's like a little bit of a seesaw. Keep going. Yeah, and also when I use bands for weight training, I might be doing a legs day. So what I want to do is hit the legs hard with a stronger band for, oh, let that go, well done. Come on down. You're going to keep the band, so again, if you've got Pilates band around your feet, but take a hold in the middle. We're going to come up, holding, if you're holding the band in the middle, you're going to have the, and you're just going to push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. You can keep the head and shoulders down if you need to. Push the leg out. Now notice my foot is not going any lower, so I'm not dropping my leg, I'm pushing against the band as if my heels were resting on a shelf. Okay? So I'm pushing out. Head and shoulders down, head and shoulders up. Don't let that leg drop. So I'm not taking it down here, I'm pushing it out at the same height, just straightening the leg, dropping the knee, keeping the heel and the foot the same altitude, same elevation. Push and pull. Nice, you can let that go. We'll do some dorsal raises. We're not going to use the band for these. Just going to roll over and lift and lower here. Now, if you do have an attachment somewhere in your house that you can wrap the band around, you can. See if I can show you. This might work. So when you wrap the band around, hopefully this will work without pinning the band off. When you're doing your dorsal raise, you can lift and lower, do you see? So you're raising against tension. If you don't and you've got a person there, get them to stand and hold the band. And don't use anything that's not fixed. So don't tie it around a chair or a table, because you can end up pulling that over on you. It needs to be something fixed in. Okay, well done. Just gonna let that go. Alrighty. The problem with that is it's cut holes in my band, which makes it weak because it was a sharp edge. Let's go oblique crunches. When you get holes in your band, they can break on you. So we're going to pull this under tension and then release and pull. So my arm is not bending and straightening, my arm is straight, the band's under tension. I'm going from centre to my right side and back again. Band is on the right foot in the right hand. So pulling against the tension of the band. So you have to be careful what you really need is somewhere that you've got a couple of eyes hooked in, ready for band use. You can do really good work with bands, so it should be like a TRX, ready set up in your workout space if you can. Obviously if you're in your lounge room, you don't want to be screwing eyes into the walls. We're just going to switch straight onto side 2 for that, no change in the middle here. So band under tension, hold it nice and tight in the central position. Take a breath in and then over towards the left, slide and release. All right, let that go. Let's take a stretch, releasing out. Oh. And then let's come up. We'll take a full body stretch because of the fact that we've used everything. And those 15 seconds don't allow us time to do that. So quad stretch to begin with. And then hamstring stretch, push it out, weight, if it's on the straight leg it's above the knee or below the knee, it's never on the knee, or put the weight on the bent leg and then you're even safer. Good, stepping onto that foot, take a calf stretch. Wow, they feel really tight today. Oh, goodness. Lovely. And then step onto that back leg, bring the front leg up and into a chair squat or a glute stretch as we're using it today. All right, let's change. So we're going to take the other leg up behind, quad stretch. Stick that leg out in front, hamstrings. Nice, keep that there. Push that bottom away. Lovely. Transfer the weight, take a calf stretch. And then hopefully you're ready for the rest of your day without feeling like we've absolutely killed ourselves. Building strength and tone in muscles. Bring that front foot in, sit down. Strong muscles, obviously, they can help you thermogenically for the same proportion of muscle mass. Muscle burns more than fat. So that's always a good thing. Take a little side to side like we did in the beginning. Hold it over to one side, reach up and over. And then to the other. Lovely. Working up. Take the arms out in front, push through. Rounding off, stretching out between the shoulder blades. And then take it over to one side, stretch the shoulder. Imagine like a hula hoop. You're taking it around behind you, open the chest. And then rolling around to side two. Take that arm up and over, take a tricep extension, stretching out here. And then changing sides. Excuse me, nice big stretch today. Roll the arm forwards, palm up as if you're asking me for something, and then pull back gently on the fingers. And I've just lowered my arm down just to get a nice stretch. Doesn't really hit properly into the bicep, but it stretches brachio, which crosses the elbow with biceps. So palm up, pull back, gentle stretch here. Good, and we'll just finish with a quick ab stretch. So reaching the arms up, stretch away, little gentle back bend, look away. Squeeze that back, really good if you've got lower back issues. You should be back bending much more than you're forward bending. And release, roll the shoulders. And then take a breath in. Pull that energy down through the center and give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you soon.